Once upon a time, there was a magical kingdom named Eldoria. In Eldoria stood a giant silver castle surrounded by glowing forests. Inside the castle lived a young princess named Princess Elowen. She was known for her beauty, kindness, and silent sadness. No one knew why Elowen always looked lost in thoughts. The king and queen loved her deeply but worried about her silence. One strange truth was hidden about Princess Elowen. Her tears were not normal, they were magical. Whenever she cried, something in the world would change. But she herself did not know this secret. Elowen lived a lonely life inside the huge golden rooms. Even though she was a princess, she had no real friends. The castle felt cold despite its golden walls. One day, a dark storm attacked the kingdom. Thunder shook the sky and lightning broke the towers. The castle began to lose its magical protection. Everyone panicked and ran for safety. Princess Elowen stood near a broken window. She saw her people crying outside in fear. Her heart felt heavy for the first time. A tear slowly fell from her eye. The moment it touched the ground, a golden light spread. The broken wall of the castle healed instantly. Everyone was shocked and silent. Another tear dropped from her eyes. The dark clouds began to fade away. The storm started disappearing slowly. The kingdom became peaceful again. No one understood what had just happened. But the old royal mage felt something powerful. He rushed to the king and said, "Your daughter is special. Her tears carry ancient magic from the stars." The king was shocked and looked at Elowen. Elowen was confused and scared. She did not understand her own power. That night, she cried alone in her room. She missed having true friends. She felt like no one understood her. Her tears fell onto the cold marble floor. Suddenly, the floor turned into a garden of glowing flowers. The entire room transformed into a beautiful magical garden. Elowen stood in shock and fear. She realized something strange was happening. The castle itself was reacting to her emotions. Every tear changed reality. The king ordered guards to protect her. But Elowen felt like a prisoner in her own home. Days passed, and her sadness grew deeper. The castle kept changing with her emotions. Beautiful gardens, golden rivers, and glowing skies appeared. But Elowen only wanted one thing: freedom. One night, she escaped into the royal garden. The moonlight shined softly on her face. She sat under a glowing silver tree. Tears slowly fell again from her eyes. The tree suddenly turned into crystal glass. Birds of light appeared and flew around her. The garden became a dream world. A mysterious voice spoke from the wind. "Your tears are the heart of this castle." Elowen looked around in fear. She asked, "Who are you?" The voice replied, "I am the soul of Eldoria. Your emotions control the destiny of this kingdom." Elowen started crying harder. The entire sky turned pink and golden. The stars came closer to the castle. The ground shimmered like liquid light. The voice continued, "But danger is coming. Darkness wants to steal your tears." Suddenly, the ground shook violently. A shadow appeared near the castle gates. It was the dark sorcerer Varkon. He wanted Elowen's magical tears. He believed her power could give him immortality. The kingdom once again fell into fear. Elowen was taken back into the castle. Guards surrounded her room. But her heart was filled with fear and sadness. And again, she cried. This time, her tears created a shield around the castle. The entire castle turned into crystal armor. Varkon's attacks could not break it. The king realized Elowen was their only hope. But using her power hurt her deeply. Each tear carried her pain into magic. Elowen began to weaken emotionally. She did not want to hurt anyone with her sadness. So she stopped crying. The magic shield slowly disappeared. Varkon entered the kingdom with dark flames. Everything began to burn and break. Elowen stood in front of him bravely. "Stop," she shouted. But Varkon only laughed. He raised his hand to attack her. At that moment, Elowen felt pure fear. A single tear fell from her eye again. The tear turned into a giant wave of light. It pushed Varkon far away. The castle began to rebuild itself again. But Elowen collapsed from exhaustion. The king rushed to her side. She whispered, "I don't want this power." The royal mage said, "It is not a curse. It is the purest magic in existence. But it is tied to your heart." Elowen closed her eyes. She decided to accept her destiny. But she wanted control over her tears. She trained day and night with the mage. She learned to control her emotions. Slowly, she understood her magic. Happy tears created life. Sad tears healed broken things. Fearful tears created protection. Her heart became stronger every day. The castle started responding peacefully. Eldoria became more beautiful than ever. Flowers never stopped blooming. Years passed in harmony. Elowen became loved by her people. She was no longer a lonely princess. But peace never lasts forever. Varkon returned with greater darkness. He captured the royal family. Elowen was forced to face him alone. The castle was burning again. Elowen felt her heart break completely. She cried more than ever before. But this time, something different happened. Her tears turned into a universe of light. The entire castle transformed into a living star. Varkon was trapped inside his own darkness. Light swallowed his power forever. The kingdom was saved once again. But Elowen disappeared in the light. She became part of the castle itself. Her spirit lived in every wall and flower. Eldoria became a kingdom of eternal magic. People say on quiet nights, you can still see her tears as falling stars. And when someone cries in the castle, miracles happen. Princess Elowen is never truly gone. She lives wherever kindness and sadness meet. Her tears still protect the kingdom forever. And the sea castle still glows with her heart. The people of Eldoria never forgot Princess Elowen. Her sacrifice became a legend whispered in every home. The castle shimmered brighter with each passing day. But something mysterious began to happen again. The magic in the castle started becoming unstable. Lights flickered without reason. Walls changed shapes in the night. Flowers bloomed and withered within seconds. It felt as if Elowen's spirit was restless. The royal mage grew worried once again. He said, "The princess is trying to speak. Something is wrong beyond our world." The king ordered a search for answers. Deep beneath the castle, a hidden chamber opened. It had been sealed for centuries. Inside, there was an ancient mirror. The mirror of souls. It reflected not faces, but truths. The mage stepped closer to it carefully. The mirror began to glow softly. A vision appeared inside it. It showed Princess Elowen trapped in a void. She was surrounded by shadows whispering her name. Her magic was keeping them away. But she was weakening slowly. The mage gasped in fear. "She is not at peace," he said. "She is holding back a greater darkness." The king's heart broke hearing this. He realized her sacrifice was not over. Meanwhile, far beyond the mountains, a young girl named Lyra lived in a small village. She had strange dreams every night. Dreams of a glowing castle and a crying princess. Lyra often woke up with tears in her eyes. But she never knew why. One night, her tears glowed faintly. Just like Elowen's once did. The connection had begun. Destiny was calling her. Lyra followed the dreams without fear. She traveled through forests and rivers. She faced storms and wild creatures. But something protected her always. After many days, she reached Eldoria. The castle doors opened on their own. The moment she stepped inside, the castle glowed brighter than ever. The king and mage were shocked. They felt Elowen's presence strongly. Lyra said softly, she is calling me. The mage understood everything instantly. You carry her magic now, he said. Lyra touched the glowing walls gently. A tear fell from her eye. The castle reacted instantly. A hidden path opened beneath the throne. It led to the Mirror of Souls. The journey had truly begun. Lyra stepped into the chamber bravely. The mirror shimmered again. This time it pulled Lyra inside. She found herself in the same dark void. Princess Elowen stood there, glowing faintly. You came, Elowen whispered. Lyra ran toward her. I don't know why, but I feel you, she said. Elowen smiled sadly. You are my light now, she replied. The shadows began to grow stronger. They surrounded both of them slowly. Elowen struggled to hold them back. These shadows are born from sorrow, she said. If they escape, they will destroy everything. Lyra felt fear rising inside her. But she remembered something important. Tears were not only sadness. They were also hope. She closed her eyes tightly and let her heart speak. A tear fell from Lyra's eye. But it was not filled with fear. It was filled with courage. The tear turned into pure white light. It spread across the void like sunrise. The shadow screamed and began to fade. Elowen looked at her in amazement. You have surpassed me, she said softly. The darkness started disappearing completely. The void transformed into a sky of stars. Elowen's body became lighter and brighter. She was finally free from the burden. Thank you, she whispered to Lyra. Now I can finally rest. Lyra held her hand tightly. You are not alone anymore, she said. Elowen smiled with peace for the first time. Her form slowly turned into glowing particles. She became part of the stars above. The darkness was gone forever. Lyra returned to the castle safely. The mirror became silent once again. The kingdom felt peaceful like never before. The king thanked Lyra with tears in his eyes. You saved her, and all of us, he said. Lyra smiled gently. She looked at the glowing castle walls. She could still feel Elowen's warmth. But now, it was calm and happy. The magic was no longer painful. Lyra decided to stay in Eldoria. She became the guardian of the castle. Her tears carried a new kind of magic. Not just sadness, but strength and hope. The people loved her deeply. She brought joy back to the kingdom. Children laughed in the gardens again. The castle sparkled under the sun. And peace returned forever. But every night, Lyra looked at the stars. She knew one of them was Elowen, watching over the kingdom she loved. And sometimes, a soft glowing tear would fall from the sky. A reminder of the princess who changed everything. A reminder that even pain can create miracles. And that tears are never a weakness. They are magic waiting to be understood. The story of Elowen and Lyra spread across the world. It became a tale of courage and sacrifice. A tale of sadness turning into strength. A tale of light defeating darkness. And above all, a tale of a princess whose tears changed everything. Even today, if you visit Eldoria, you may feel something magical in the air. The walls still whisper softly. The flowers glow at night. And if your heart is heavy, the castle may answer your tears. Because magic never truly disappears. It lives in emotions, in memories, in hearts. Just like Princess Elowen. Just like Lyra. And just like every soul who dares to feel deeply. Their story will never end. It will be told again and again. In every tear that falls with meaning. In every heart that refuses to give up. And somewhere, beyond the stars, a princess still smiles softly. Her tears no longer carry pain. Only peace, love, and endless magic.